Hello and welcome back, and I'm Annette Young, and it's time now for our World Cup debrief with Emily Boyle. Emily, we've got 4 games to discuss today and 4 more games to come, correct?
Yes, correct. Loads and loads of football action. And with me here to debrief all of that football is, of course, our sports expert and consultant, Ruben Slachter. Hello, Ruben.
Hello.
Before I come to you and get into the nitty-gritty of all these sports details, let's go through last night's scores in case you missed them. It was goals galore, basically, starting with Germany, who got 7 past World Cup rookies Curaçao. Curaçao, though, got their first ever World Cup goal thanks to Zurich forward Comenencia. The goal fest continued in the Estadio Monterrey as Sweden won 5-1 against Tunisia, and the 2 other games were slightly closer. Ivory Coast did what they do best, leaving it to the dying minutes of the game before scoring. They won 1-0 against Ecuador, and meanwhile the Netherlands and Japan had a tight 90 minutes, which ended in a 2-2 draw.
And Germany's 7-1 win against Curaçao was historic in more ways than one, it appears.
Yes, 7-1 scorelines for Germany are mythical, and it always means that something good is right around the corner. Last time they won 7-1 against Brazil in a semi-final. They went on to win the World Cup. This time their 7 goals mean they become the highest scoring country in World Cup history with 239 goals from 113 matches. Ruben, Germany have had quite a rocky time in World Cups up to now. Is this a new era for this German side?
I don't know. I would love to say for them yes, but yeah, I mean, Curaçao, we have to be honest, I have a strong heart for Curaçao because I'm a Dutchman and very connected to the island, but it's not the strongest team in the tournament. Germany did what they had to do. With them crashing out in the group stage, the last 2 editions of the World Cup, I think this is a really important win for them, nevertheless. But yeah, it won't give any indication about what to expect for next games, because now they're going to play Ecuador and Côte d'Ivoire, what will be a complete different type of level.
It must have been really nice as well for Jamal Musiala to get one in the back of the net after he's had quite an injury-prone past, especially getting that horror injury, I think it was in the Club World Cup. It must be great for him now to have that on the board. Yeah,
well, the main question with Musiala is, can we see the real Musiala again? Because even this year in the Champions League, you have to be honest that in those famous matches against Paris Saint-Germain, he was really underperforming. So the question is now, are we going to see a bit of glimpse of the old Musiala again? Let's hope so. But again, this was just more an extra friendly for Germany, let's be honest, and we'll see what they can bring from now on.
Well, let's not underestimate the achievement, though, that it was for Curaçao to get their first World Cup goal ever, in their first World Cup ever. The fact they even qualified is crazy. Its population is only around 150,000 inhabitants, kind of like if the 17th arrondissement of Paris was playing at the World Cup. It's a super achievement. The coach of the Blue Wave, Dick Advocate, was certainly proud of the team. Take a listen.
These players showed their work ethic, but yes, if you just compare them head to head, then Germany simply has a much better team. Look, it's already amazing what we've done just to qualify, and we have to realize that. We just need to make it a beautiful tournament with maybe a surprise in the second or third match. But it could also go the other way, in which case we'll still be happy that we took part in the biggest event in the world.
Yeah, still be happy. They definitely can be happy with making it this far. I know you're quite a big fan of Curaçao. What are some of the good, positive sides that you saw in this team? I was certainly impressed by their attitude. They just seem to be really playing ball.
Very, but that's for sure. I mean, all the players almost all of them are born in the Netherlands, so they have a Dutch football education, so they are very proper players. The issue, of course, is that their level is 3 levels lower than one of the German players. That's the main issue. What was also very positive is that they scored a goal, which we shouldn't underestimate. The fun thing was that after they scored the goal, there were like 10-15 minutes where the Germans were really hesitating. Yeah, then you hope that they can make a half-time with maybe 2-1. But yeah, the penalty came at the 45th minute, I think. Yeah, that was killing the game. But altogether, they can be really proud. They are very proud, because I saw a lot of images from Willemstad, from the capital of the island, and it was just a huge party. They're just super happy to be there. So yeah, for them, it's not a shame. The only thing, and Dick Advocaat also said it after the game, was they conceded 2 or 3 goals too many, and just also very easy goals to concede. The level difference was there, but 7-1 is still very harsh. Yeah.
Ruben, we can't have a Dutch guest on without talking about that match between Netherlands and Japan, can we?
Yeah, well, it's that's also a very double feeling. I mean, it's mixed feelings now in the Netherlands. I think before the match, lots of people were talking about Japan as one of the big outsiders of the tournament. So that a draw wouldn't be such a bad result. But if you have seen the game, the Netherlands were dominant for at least 60 minutes. And then came the famous hydration break. And after that, the Netherlands decided to make 3 changes. And after that, it went all downwards and it ended 2-2. It's a very disappointing result, I think. Japan, I was really disappointed by Japan, to be honest. I was expecting a lot from them. But okay, in the end, it's 2-2 for both the teams. It's not a disaster, so they can move forward from this. But I think that both the teams, they have a lot to work on.
Yeah, we've seen crazy scenes of the Scottish fans recently, but the Dutch fans, I have to say, bring it to another level. We have some footage of some of the fans who managed to cross the Atlantic. Look at this. This is the Orange Legion taking over the streets of Dallas. Absolute scenes there. Look at that. It's just a whole sea of orange. Brilliant support.
Yeah, well, there's also a lot of Americans with Dutch heritage who joined in the party. It's famous, the Dutch wave. 15,000 they were yesterday apparently. You should compare it when it's in Europe. In Germany there were like 150,000. So yeah, that's even better. But yeah, we know they're following. But let's not underestimate. In the stadium we heard only the Japanese fans. So they were more Japanese in the stadium.
And they cleaned up after the game.
Like always, yeah. It was a great atmosphere. It was also a great game, and not to downgrade anything out of the game. But if you're going to proper analyze it, yeah, from a Dutch perspective, it was very, very sloppy to not win that one.
And what about some of the other games? Just briefly, we had 2 other fixtures: Ivory Coast, Ecuador, and Sweden, Tunisia.
Ivory Coast is a very, very nice win. Shouldn't be underestimated. Okay, now they're in the group with Germany and Curaçao. With this win, they should normally be in the second round, which is already great. But there's a big belief in the Ivory Coast to go pretty far. Their goal is to go quarterfinals, and why not? They have a very complete team. They have with Diomande maybe the biggest talent in the whole tournament. And winning against Ecuador that didn't lose for 19 games is just a fantastic achievement. Sweden, Tunisia were very poor. But Sweden is kind of a fairy tale. I mean, they didn't win a single game in qualifiers, and by the Nations League and a bit of strange strange events, they could still be in the World Cup. And now they win the first game 5-1, and both the strikers with Gyökeres and Isak seeming to be in form at the right moment. I mean, we didn't see Alexander Isak for the whole year at Liverpool, and now they are there. So could be the surprise, but you have to see how they will play against Netherlands and Japan. That should be a bigger opponents than Tunisia, of course. Sorry.
Emily, that's that for the last night's games, but this is a World Cup tournament which is creating a lot of daily headlines. So dare I ask, what's the news today?
Yeah, plenty of news, as you say, almost every day. 2 main bits of news. Firstly, a referee has been accused of making a white power symbol during the broadcast of the Germany-Curaçao game. Australian referee Sean Evans was seen making the hand gesture when the live broadcast cut to the video referee studio. You can see the image here. It's his upside down hand making what looks like an OK sign, or it's also been known to be the kind of prank you play on friends. If your friend looks at your hand, then you get to punch them. But in recent years, it's been used to symbolize white power. It was actually categorized as a hate symbol by the Anti-Defamation League in 2019. It's still unclear if Evans was making a political statement or playing a prank, but FIFA's discrimination monitor has since called for the removal of the referee, and FIFA are expected to be opening an investigation. That's for that latest headline. But meanwhile, all eyes are on Los Angeles in anticipation of the Iran-New Zealand game, kicking off at 3 a.m. Paris time. The Iran national team arrived in Los Angeles from their base camp in Mexico. They've been able to see the SoFi Stadium and train at a nearby pitch ahead of kickoff. As a reminder, 11 Iranian members of staff are still banned from entering the US amid high tensions between Iran and the United States. Remains to be seen what the welcome will be like in the City of Angels, also known as Tehrangeles, due to its massive Iranian community of around 500,000 people. A large portion of the diaspora views the national team as a propaganda tool of the Islamic Republic, and anti-regime protests are planned outside the stadium.
So, Emily, it'll be interesting to see what happens, but let's just put politics to the side for a moment and actually talk about the football.
Yeah, of course, because Iran are in Group G and they're up against quite big teams with Belgium, Egypt and New Zealand, of course, that they'll be facing this evening. So this first game could be crucial to their World Cup campaign. Both teams, New Zealand and Iran, hoping to make it past the group stage of the competition for the very first time. So I guess my first question to you, Ruben, is how do you see this game playing out? New Zealand are the lowest ranked team on the FIFA rankings.
It is super unpredictable, this one, because we don't know how Iran, you already said it, is going to react. The players are going to react, the atmosphere, how it's going to be. New Zealand is the lowest ranked team, but will have a bit of confidence out of the last World Cup they played in 2010, where they made 3 draws. They got crashed out of the tournament, but by not losing a game. And there's quite a bit of optimism in New Zealand. Also, after seeing Australia having a surprise win against Turkey. So, yeah, I mean,
yes.
No, there we go.
Australian fan in the studio with
Yeah, well, I mean, if you look, nobody would have said that Australia before the game. Well, maybe one person. There we go. But no, honestly, it's anyone's game tonight. And the thing is that, of course, they will play afterwards against Egypt and Belgium. So a win, it's a must win almost for both of the teams. So yeah, it will be a strange night and also be a special game.
Yeah.
Well, let's just take a look at some of these upcoming fixtures, Emily.
Yeah, plenty more action. Not Australia, you'll have to wait a little bit and for some more action. But Spain are making their start in the competition this evening against Cape Verde. Later, the Red Devils of Belgium are up against the Pharaohs of Egypt. Saudi Arabia versus Uruguay kicks off at around midnight Paris time. And then the much-discussed Iran-New Zealand game at 3 a.m. Now, Ruben, Belgium, Egypt, quite a nice fixture. What are your thoughts on that one?
I'm quite expecting a lot from Belgium. Not that many are expecting much from them, but I saw the last friendly against Tunisia, 5-0. Okay, we now saw that Tunisia was not the strongest team, but still, I think that there's not that much pressure if we compare to the tournaments before, when we were talking about the golden generation. And Egypt is in general, it's very defensive. I'm not expecting anything else. So yeah, I think that Belgium should win that one and pretty easily. And of course, we'll have Spain before. And that's, at least my big favorite to win the whole tournament. So yeah, it will be very interesting against Cape Verde that we'll have there. And that will be the debut on this level. Yeah,
we've also got, big names like Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo making their probably last appearance at the World Cup. But it's also the case of Mo Salah.
Mo Salah, Kevin De Bruyne. Will be very nice. I think, the problem with Egypt, we've done a lot of AFCON here as well, of course, is that often you hope that, at least in my mind, Egypt is still the Egypt, the Brazil of Africa and very exciting football. That's not the case anymore. And Mo Salah needs it to show all his talent, because he is strong when he's getting into the last 40 meters. I'm not sure if he can show it off today, but against Iran and New Zealand, he should have his chance to show it once again and for the last time on this tournament.
Well, we have some super experienced players, but we've also got some really promising young players coming up, like Hamza Abdel Karim, who's 18 years old, plays Barcelona. Will you have your eye on him?
Of course, but that's what we have seen already in this tournament. I spoke about Diomande. We can talk about Bouhaddi of Morocco, who was incredible against Brazil. This tournament seems to be also the tournament where a lot of national coaches are giving a bit more confidence to the younger players, which is refreshing and which is a lot of fun to see, because this is a real moment that we can discover them, and let's hope that Egypt will also go back a bit to the Egypt, at least that I liked a lot.
Any quick fire predictions for that game, Belgium-Egypt?
I think that Belgium will win it 2-0.
2-0. And back to you.
Emily and Ruben, thank you. And do stay with us here on France 24, because Paris Direct will be back after taking a short break.